get along just fine.
Welcome back, everybody, to the LPL. Thank you, Orcs and Magical, for casting away on that first series. But now it's myself, Munchballs, and I'm joined for the first time ever by IWillDominate. Welcome to the LPL, my man. We've all been watching your co-streams. We've all been loving it. How's it feel to be on the major broadcast?
Oh, it's good. I don't know if LPL knows what they're getting into. I mean, they kind of just offered me the spot, but geez, I guess I'm just up here. Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna do our best. It'll be our first color cast, and you know, I'll try not to let you down, Munchables.
Dude, I'm sure you won't. I'm ready. I've got a feeling this is going to get spicier. Well, Dom, it's about time we get your first game of the LPL started here. We're into picks and bans. Turning on our blue side, Top Esports on our red side. We're going to see Viego, Nocturne, and Renekton banned away by Suning. Strong solo lane is taken off the board, but Gwen is the answer alongside Zinzao from Top Esports.
And we'll have to see what this last ban is. Right now in the pick and ban phase, Diana is a champion that is really, really popular across the entire world. And it's kind of left up as like the solo OP jungler. I mean, you have Volibear and Diana potentially being traded off, but I don't really expect a player like SOFM to opt into that trade. He's always got something spicy. He's always got a counter pick. We could even see him on this Lee Sin. We saw it before, but Diana being hovered by TES, looks like they most likely will lock it in. Set is also up if they want it, but they end up going with Thresh. When you see a Thresh here from TS, you're pretty much guaranteed to get an Aphelios with it on this patch. Maybe you could get a Jinx, but those are normally the prio champions here. So the interesting thing about TS's pick ban is if they pick Aphelios here on 3, which it looks like they're hovering Lulu, they have the ability to ban out supports that would be good into this Thresh. But Lulu is being hovered right now. Not sure if I expect a Lulu with a Diana. That seems kind of strange, but the Sylas locked in. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Suning go for a Jinx and Aphelios double ban here. Normally, those are the prio support 80 carries with the support of Thresh from TES. So we'll have to see if they end up denying it or if they're fine playing into that type of matchup. Also, the mid lane, just to jump back to the mid lane matchup right here, the Akali versus Sylas. This is a matchup that used to be super, super favorable for Sylas in most people's eyes. At this point, most people actually think that Akali has a slight advantage in the lane. So I'm really interested to see when you have one of the best Sylas players in the entire world, if that rule or that matchup idea stays consistent. Yeah, you could also go for a Kalista style pick if they wanted to play a more early game centered draft. But the Aphelios that we were talking about earlier is locked in here for TES. Now we have to see what the support is. I would assume it would be a Nautilus for On, but yeah, there's a bunch of options that are still available.
Yeah, which looks like he's going to go for the Leona here, which not always great into the Thresh. Obviously, you can play the Zenith Blade, but later on into the game, Leona's still going to bring a lot to those team fights.
Now, the thing here is, can this Akali get counterpicked top lane by Chingtian? He doesn't seem like he's the type that would have a huge champion pool, but the Yone locked in. Have we seen this? What? This might be one of the first Yone games we've got from TES. If you do just elect to clear your camps on cooldown, you will be getting more experience in your second clear.
Side, Jacula flashing away the cleanse. They get the first blood. Huanfeng and On get first blood against Jacula.
There's no summoners on this bot lane here, so you have to consider that when it comes to this dive.
Here we go, On coming in, TP's coming through as well, but Jacula's already gone. Dwo about to fall as well. He's back underneath the tower. Angel finishes that kill. 2 for 1 so far. Realm Warp out to safety. A blast cone is there. 2 for 1. Suning will take that.
Wow, that was a massive win for Suning right there, and it was so clean the way it was executed with the Ryze ulti out. After they were able to get the kills. So not only do they get the 2 kills, they also get the teleport here. And I think that this just comes down to the bot lane not having summoners. As you can see, they end up just diving straight onto Jacula, one-shotting him, and then the Realm Warp cast it out.
On is Hex flashing in. He is not afraid right now. Jacula has no summoners. The cleanse just used once more, and he doesn't have flash right now. But Dwo gets a hook onto SFM. Has to go for the early smite here. The Drake incredibly low. Carcer gets it in the end. On caught up. Knight goes into the fray, but he's just obliterated by SOFM. Carcer has to get out on the lantern, and it means Jacula's alone. He gets 1 for his trouble, but he trades his life for it. Arrow goes through from Huanfeng. Snipes him down to make it 3.
And I think that one might have been blind there. I mean, I thought that this fight was going to go all TES because Huanfeng was stuck catching the wave under turret.
Huanfeng like he knows what's up here. On is going to face check in, though. Moonfall comes out immediately. Surely they pick up the Leona at very least, but Wonfong might be able to sweep this one up. He takes out JackeyLove. How do they do it? 2v3. SOFM in over the wall as well, and Suning get everything.
Jesus, that was so crazy. The Ninja Tabby, or I guess the plated steel caps, because we're S11, coming in on makes them so tanky. It makes them so they're unable to kill him, even though they had great positioning in that bush for the blast cone over. It looks like Suning sniffed it out. They're already rotating to that bot lane. As soon as you saw On getting caught, they knew that this was a possibility. And Wonfong is just so strong at this point. I mean, he hits the ulti, he gets the 3-man spread, one layer of his chains, then the spread hits onto JackeyLove, able to execute him with Q. And man, this is a strong Varus. I love the kick from SFM right into the turret for the Thresh. And yeah, I mean, it's all Suning right now.
Hey, at least they understand the situation. I've seen plenty of games where here we see top esports just fighting endlessly and hoping that they coin flip one into a win. They acknowledge that their scaling is off the charts. They acknowledge that, hey, maybe we could just buy a few more minutes and fight later on. But I don't know, 2 items across the board. We're not going to have 3 items for Aphelios by the time that next Drake comes up. Does feel like even at 3 items, even in 5 minutes, I'm not sure that top esports will be able to take a fight. So talk me through like the fight plan for top esports here. Oh, hang on. Maybe they've got an opportunity here. Bin's in trouble. R2 available for Jingtian if he can spot where Bin is and line it up. But the Zhonya's buy some time. Bin still going strong. Moonfall used to finish him off here. Because SOFM should be able to just get himself out over the wall. Great pickup here for top esports.
Yeah, it's a good pickup. It shouldn't translate into any objectives here for top esports, but it is good to get some of that gold and then at least relieve some of the pressure that top esports was under. It feels like this whole game has just been trapped within their jungle for at least the last like 10 minutes or so. Bin's got to be careful here on the bot side. If he gets caught now, it could be disaster.
It could, but if he can buy time while the Drake goes down, it could be a miracle. Bin R1s over Jingtian to get out of the play. SFM could be caught himself, but he dashes out to safety. Q onto the Drake.
Got
the Moonfall denies the second Q. Had a stopwatch available. He's still alive for now, but he's pulled back in. And top esports, they found the perfect pick. The solar flare on gets caught back in, and the mojo comes through.
Yeah, this was really rough. SOFM trying to help out Bin in the bot side here. Bin R's away, but SOFM is not able to get out, and that Moonfall by Karsa denying the Q2. Really well played from him. Another micro thing in that fight. I like the thresh hook, the flash thresh hook on to pull him out of the Rise ult so that he couldn't escape.
Yeah.
They're on to Baron here. I don't know if Suning can contest this. This might be free Baron. Looks like they're trying
though. They've got a Varus. They can always poke a lot, but they don't have a smite. They can't actually contest the take of Baron. They're not willing to do it. Top esports. Look at the gold swing that they've just got for themselves. They're within 1,000 gold now of Suning. They've been so far behind the entire game. And Suning feels like SOFM wants to go for the steal, but he's too late. He's knocked up by Knight. He's denied. And Bin trying to stop recalls. He's trying to play interference. It looks like the realm warp to the base.
Doesn't work.
Suning were just going to try and end the game, but there's just no way. Bin goes down.
Yeah, Baron recalls are just too strong. You can't make that play generally versus a Baron up team.
And it's 40 seconds till that Mountain Soul comes up. This is soul for either team. Suning has to contest now. Dwarf will jump away, but the Chain of Corruption misses. Carson goes in, turns gold and keeps himself alive. Knight is onto the rest of the team as well. 1 for 1 as SFM gets one. JackeyLove's in trouble, but they just burn through the health bars of Suning instead. Jingtian over the wall, and Suning, it feels like they're falling apart. Jingtian chasing them down, and he's looking for more, looking for redemption after the earlier blunder. SOFM gets the blast going out to safety, but it doesn't matter. 4 men down for Suning, and top esports want to push.
Yeah, they want to end the game. They don't even care about the soul here. They're going to look to TP bot with Knight.
And look, anyone at home that's played Lethality Varus, they know how much playing against the Mountain Soul sucks. Like, he doesn't do any damage anymore.
Yeah, it's really hard for Suning to do anything at this point of the game. And they are going to be kicking themselves. It looks like they're trying to engage onto Dro. They burned the Mikhails. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to take a fight here. TS wants it.
They collapse. There's a 3-man Moonfall. Everyone comes in, and top esports barrel down Suning. 1 by 1 they fall, and top esports They've managed to do it. It took a while, but they've managed to blow this one open. Just a couple of picks is plenty for them to blast into this base. And Suning, they've got to recall. They've got to make one last-ditch effort. It's SOFM, Angel, and On remaining. But I don't think that this is a defendable base. I don't think this is a winnable fight. They're going to try and make it happen anyway. Knight on the scene as they jump on in. SOFM dashing back out to safety, but they're chased onto the fountain. They're kicked back into the team. SOFM will fall as well. And it's just too easy for Top Esports. After a unbelievable early game from Suning, it's Top Esports that managed to punish them later on. We are into the draft here. And we're going to have, I believe, the same bans as game number 1. No, Lee Sin taken off from the top side there. It's going to be Gwen and Zinzao once again from Top Esports. They're going to rinse and repeat the same thing once more. So,
and Kali locked in first. Will we see TS respond with the Silas again? Makes me think that Suning will go for a similar style here with the Varus picked. Since it did work out in game 1 for Suning, Varus is definitely not the issue with their team comp.
Take the Silas away. Remove that counter matchup. Certainly could be one angle to take, but which one goes up to Bin? Because I have to say, Bin's Akali performance didn't feel like he was able to impact the game too much.
The Zed hover. Oh, man, I would love a Knight Zed. The Kiana, I would he's just teasing us. He's just teasing us. It's not going to be a Zed. It's going to be a Lucian, right?
It would be so good. It would be so good. You're right. It's the Lucian that comes on through in the end. Aphelios
on 4 for TS as it wasn't banned out. Assume that Suning's going to go with the Leona again. Question is, what is the jungle pick going to be for SOFM? I feel like we're going to get a spicy one this game. I just got that SOFM feeling. Oh, but Nautilus ended up being locked in this game.
And now we have to see what SOFM goes for. I mean, the Kayn. I want to see his Kayn. We've seen his Kayn so many times. Like,
the
Umbral Glaive build. It is a kha'zix for SOFM. We wanted Spice. Spice is exactly what we get.
Yeah, so the Q evolve is interesting for kha'zix. Essentially, when you evolve Q, your Q doesn't actually do more damage. What it does is it reduces the cooldown, meaning that you'll be able to output more damage in fights. But it looks like Chintian's getting jumped on. He's just dead.
Bin! I thought New Mundo was OP, not as OP as Akali, apparently. The solo kill in the top side. I didn't even think it was possible to kill New Mundo. Herald goes down in the mid lane. Suning can use that to buy themselves space to get into that river and set up for the Drake. It's up intense. Oh no, the hook goes wide on the wall! He's back off again. SOFM wants to look for a steal here. They move in, they clear the vision. TP from Bin. Suning are gonna look to fight this one. Qingtian is there, but the Dragon already taken by Top Esports. Suning at minimum need a fight. They need a pick, but they're not finding anything. Top Esports, they get the Drake and they just walk away. Almost a pseudo bruiser on the Lucian there with the Divine Sunderer. I may be overstating that slightly, but certainly makes it a little bit more difficult for Angel to go for the 1v1. Draw might be caught. This is an opportunity here. The knockup comes in, and SOFM finishes one. Checking up, gets a root though, and Casa is here. Jumps in. Can't quite find the kill for himself. The Moonfall went wide as well. Here's the Moonlight Vigil. Angel in on this side. Doesn't get the knockup though. Casa with a great flash. Everfrost though, and a culling to boot. Angel gets the kill for that one. Now more is Qingtian. Does TP into the play. Bin off on the side, but is Dr. Mundo. He can kind of go where he pleases. So, Suning going to respect him, not going to go too far. Top Esports, they're more than happy to be grouped up. This is perfect for Mundo. He can just stand, be a brick wall, block everything. The Suning want to do. Dragon down to half HP. Hook goes wide. On the front line, gets a knock-up onto Jackulov. Carson is eradicated by Bin, who looks for a little more, jumps into the fray, and it's an arrow from Wanfeng. Suning find themselves the fight. They find themselves the Drake.
Yeah, and it was really Bin being able to sneak into the back of the pit there, into that Ocean Dragon or Ocean Map rush.
Massive moment in the game here for Suning. I was starting to lose hope. I was starting to feel like they weren't going to be able to get control of the game. But decisive plays around the Drake sets up for a Baron. And now, these next couple of minutes of gameplay are going to be crucial. This is going to be do or die for Suning. What can they get off the back of this Baron? But we'll see what they can do. We can never count out Top Esports. If you watch game number 1, you already know that's the case. If you've ever watched Top Esports before, you probably know that's the case. This is a team Manages to make it happen, but Hwanfeng steps up too much. The Moonfall just one-shots him. We talked about they can find their way back in. Here comes Angel to try and answer the Moonlight Vigil. Isn't enough, though. He's caught out. Flashes out to safety. Carson trying to chase him. Has the Kingslayer for health, but he's taken down by the Culling. Qingtian to get the kill. And now it's Suning trying to back away, trying to escape. Droll wants a little bit more by the looks of things. SOFM is there. Bin hiding in the brush. There's no vision of this. Maybe Bin can make something happen. He's got 2 kills. He's got 2 items. Moonlight Vigil is a whole big of a whiff from JackeyLove. But Suning won't find anything off the back of the fight. And that's a couple of Baron buffs gone. Suning doing a really good job of just controlling space, constricting what top esports are able to achieve in this game. Another big old whiff on these 80 carry ultimates. Not looking too good for Hwanfeng and JackeyLove this game. As the Culling taken, that's going to be a hook onto Angel. I don't know why they're even fighting this one. They already got the Drake. Moonfall in. Karsa flashed away from by Angel. Here we go. SFM on the backline. Almost one-shots JackeyLove. And Suning trade 1-for-1, but it's the jungler that went down. JackeyLove's in trouble as Bin has found him on the backline. And Suning somehow making this happen.
Must have been a bait with the whiff for Hwanfeng there to start the fight. I think it was just really good positioning from Suning. With the kha'zix on the side there, being able to just pelt them over and over with those kha'zix Ws. I think that was really the deciding factor here.
But they're trying to make it happen onto Qingtian. Yeah, Bin on the flank, trying to make things happen, trying to find space in the fights. But top esports just completely group up. There's a shuriken in from Bin. They're just going to try and blow up the front line here. Qingtian just ain't tanky enough. Infernum not going to do quite the same as it used to. Karsa looking for one, but the flash away once again. Bin survives on this one. In fact, it wasn't even a flash. Didn't even need to flash. 4 now remaining for top esports. They've made it happen just a couple of minutes ago. Can they do it again, though? The poke coming out from Hwanfeng. It feels like this time it's top esports being herded. And again, the flanks. That's where the danger lies. Bin laying in wait as Karsa going in. It's going to be a hook onto JackeyLove. Huge pick from On. That's the moment for them as Karsa will fall as well. Suning make it happen. They want to find a 3rd game in the series. That's plenty of picks as Knight just backs away by himself, trying desperately to survive, but Bin doesn't want to let him go. Bin wants a little bit more action, and Bin wants to take out one of the all-time superstars of the LPL. Gets himself the solo kill, and Suning forget the Drake. They're going for the base. SOFM can get the Drake by himself as they look to push us to a 3rd game, as they look to upset the favorites in top esports, as they look for revenge for what happened in game number 1. Qingtian is damn tanky, but I don't know if he has the damage to clear the minion wave. The towers will fall. The death timers are far too long. Qingtian just ain't tanky enough. Athena's chain is not doing enough as the Nexus falls, and we go to game 3. I don't know. SOFM so far still on the Wolves as the 2v2 happens at the bottom side. JackeyLove's ignited. On is going to go down, though. Flash away. Keeps himself safe. Karsa's moving in. Hwanfeng, you saw him on a wall. Wow. You should know that this is happening, but he gets knocked up under the tower. Karsa's going to go down, and Suning's bot lane does it again.
That is an absolute tragedy for Karsa there, trying to commit with the flash E, but the heal coming out from Hwanfeng. I think he actually burned it earlier, but it just wasn't possible onto On. On still had his Q up.
Bin is trying to dive onto Qingtian. He's 1 HP, but he can't close the gap. Oh, so close and yet so far. Now SOFM and Karsa dueling. We got a hell of a game for ourselves here. The smite comes on through. The dueling potential of this Trundle is absolutely insane. Angel gets the kill to finish it off. Knight in a 1v2 now. He has flash available. There's a TP coming on through. He might just 2v1 this one. What is Nocturne on 11-13? He just autos them to death. Angel flashed on 2, and Knight gets a 2v1.
Yeah, that's a crazy play from Knight, being able to kill them on this invade. It looked really good to start off with SOFM getting onto Karsa.
We need to try and figure out what the game plan is for the 2 teams.
You don't even get a chance to breathe much.
We got plenty of action. Knight's in trouble. The flash Q to get the slow there. The pillar comes down.
2v1?
Knight, can he 2v1 it again? That is unbelievable. The damage comes through. Angel at least gets the shutdown, but my God, Suning needed more than that.
Oh man, I just wish that we had a Jizuke Pro View right here. You could see what he's typing right now in all chat, because that is a banger right there.
That's the obvious play from SOFM.
Yeah, the cross map is obvious.
Gets caught out.
Oh, Carson got it.
Carson steals away the Herald, the Moonfall as well. And in comes Knight from the side, sliding across the screen. Down goes SOFM. Carson gets the Herald. He gets a kill. He gets everything he could ever want. Suni
from Jingtian.
have a lot of pressure in the bottom side. Jingtian in trouble. His E's already on cooldown. There's the stun. The Q comes in. Bin finds the kill. Knight wants to answer though and gets the shutdown.
That's a good kill from Bin, but I would say that that trade overall is going to be more advantageous for top.
Yeah, Knight is still up. He's all of the strength for top esports unless there's some kind of miracle pick.
Angel's
But
Moonfall.
can you really afford to allow them to get onto Soul Point here? Caster just onto the Drake as Draw. Happy to tank up the team here. Bonfong dropping a turret to make sure they have vision. In comes the TP. Qingtian's respawned already. In they go the backline. Angel with a Moonfall. Looking for more as they manage to finish off the Diana. Focus Knight. That's got to be the game plan here. Moonlight Vigil dodged away from Knight. Flashes out of the play. Qingtian re-entering as Bonfong falls. And now he can charge on forwards. But the Drake will be taken here. Suning managed to stop the Soul, or do they? The reset? There we go. They finally get the Drake. They back away. It's a pretty even fight at the end of it.
That ended up being pretty good for Suning overall. I thought it might be doomed because the TP came in 5 seconds earlier from Qingtian based on his lower death timer, but the engage was actually really well played there.
Feels like this is an opportunity for top esports, and Knight just absolutely shreds these towers at this point. There's a tier 2 gone. Carter trying to back away.
TP from Angel.
Desperate to dive. He's got to do something. Angel TPing in on, looking for the engage. They're on tonight, but the Moonfall comes in. There's the Moonlight Vigil. Can they finish off this Nocturne? They dive into the backline and finish him, taking him down, and now Duo will be next on the chopping block. Double kill for Angel. He gets a bit of revenge onto his counterpart mid laner. Maybe the Baron opportunity goes the way of Suning. All right, next Drake not up for another 3 minutes. I'm kind of surprised everyone's just grouping around this bot side River here as On finds a double pulverize, but JackeyLove gets out to safety. It's just Draw in the middle of everyone as Knight jumps into the back line here, trying to do damage. It's Angel on the front line. He's in his Zhonya's, has his Kingslayer, has the Nocturnal himself. Could dive back in. It's pure chaos here, but nobody going down as Bin re-engages and one-shots Qingtian. Now top esports on the back foot. Draw trying to tank everyone up, but he ain't tanky enough for that one, buddy. He's going to go down as it's another kill for Huanfeng. Top esports, as soon as Knight has used his ulti, it feels like they have nothing left. Bin, real aggressive, trying to proxy a wave against 3 people. He jumps in.
Good.
Knight with the stopwatch for the whole squad is here. Knight's caught out, taken down. JackeyLove behind everyone as Angel comes in to finish it off. And Suning with a team fight masterclass annihilate top esports.
And it's going to be really close here. Qingtian respawns in 10 seconds, but is he going to be able to defend this alone? JackeyLove is still down for 28. With the recall from Bin coming in, it looks like they're trying to end the game here, Munch.
Can Suning even do this one? They have forever been the underdog to top esports, but they proved top esports wrong in the world semi-final, and they want to do it again here in summer. Onto the Nexus towers they go. Qingtian trying to defend alongside Duo. They've got themselves the passive from Brawl, but it's not going to be enough to stun up the members. Focus the Nexus down. Suning, the little lions that could manage to take down the Nexus, and they upset top esports. We're behind on this series. We're going to be catching up. We're going to be watching the recording of the first game here. So as we look through the draft, it was the Nocturne as the first pick.
Yeah, the Gwen for Zoom is a little bit interesting here. And the Camille last pick into the Gwen looks like it's actually pretty interesting. And the Shaco actually coming out for Konami. I didn't even see that until right now. First Shaco competitive play. Where's Chase at? We got to wake him up right now. I'm texting his phone, messaging him on Discord. I'm texting his mother. I'm just getting everyone possible to get this guy watching this game right now. He's been waiting for this moment for like 3 years.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down!
We're over in WE's arena in Xi'an, hence the beautiful background there. But this hail of blades, Shaco. Already shenanigans, level 1, complete chaos. His first blood going the way of JDG here. But it's answered by WE 1-for-1 here. Absolute mayhem in the level 1. But hey, there's a Thresh there waiting for the hook cooldown. Are they going to be able to look for a little bit more? There's a hook coming on through. And a second kill. It goes the way of Konami. And after 2,527 days, Shaco is back in the LPL. Apparently, it's been over 2,000 days since Shako was played in the LPL. That's hilarious. This one is a little bit harder to pinpoint exactly how it works, especially with the Shako. I'm not entirely sure how these team fights operate.
Yeah, I think it will definitely be difficult for JDG to survive the initial part of it. Logan has Cleanse, Exhaust, and a Thresh, so maybe he can survive it. But I still think that Kanavi is going to have to help play these fights front to back. He's going to have to drop boxes on his back line to prevent the enemy team from just one-shotting this Aphelios here. So a lot of interesting mind games are going to come out. And then the other thing that we have to see is how many sweepers World Elite decide to buy here.
Breed gonna take a bad trade. W comes in though, as Breed will answer a little bit. Here comes Kanavi, the Halo Blaze, the Ignite comes in, the snip, and they just one-shot him. Base Chunk's arrived, but he's too late. No Moonfall, and it's an easy kill for JDG.
We're gonna have to see how many points in bots that the Shaco decides to put, but he's onto mid lane. Mole's getting pretty low, has ulti though.
Well, it's already over before it's begun. Just gets taken down. Kanavi, and I mean, Yaga wasn't even a part of that play. That was just Kanavi and Lurbout.
Yeah, and the thing that you have to consider here is how much gold the jungler for JDG is sitting on right now. Over 2k in his pocket, so he does want to recall it and spend this. Looks like he's staying on the map until he has his completed Stridebreaker, to be honest, Munch.
They're going to go for the Drake. I'm not bothered. Let's go for a dive at the top side. Double TP immediately. Breathe. Diving underneath the tower, but Gwen is pretty difficult to dive. A lot of damage coming on through. Yagao here to answer as well. The turret shots doing a lot of work. Can Yagao finish these targets off? Kinslayer in. Flashes back underneath the tower. Now Mole and Breathe low on HP. Breathe goes back underneath. Has the damage. One more shot. Will not finish the job. And WE win out the dive.
I think that WE could potentially fight this. No ulti on Zoom.
Wait, Elk is in base. Elk is in base right now. This is a 5v4 in favor of JDG. If they're 80, Gary can get over, but he's over in the mid lane. Moonfall comes on through. 3 strong for WE, but they're getting taken down. There's a Moonlight Vigil. And snippety snip for the side of JDG as they look for the Herald as well. Missing still here. Breathe still here, but with Base Shunk down, surely the objective goes the way of JDG. So it's a bit of a whiff there as they go in for the fight. Zhonya's comes out from Yagao here. He will survive at least for now. Kanavi's in the middle of everything, but it was a clone all along and the fear across the team. JDG just can't back in his base chunk to go down, but it's 1-for-1 here as Diana falls. And now 3-man strong on the backside for JDG, 3-man strong on the front side for WE. The re-engage comes out from Breathe. This could be the moment for WE. Loka going strong though, taken down. Yagao trying to trade it. There's a fear coming out onto Breathe, but not enough. Pure chaos in the fights, and it's only Kanavi to survive. Oh, they're going to respond with a Baron, though. They just run straight at the objective. Breathe does have his TP available for himself. Mole is here. Paranoia is on cooldown right now, so this could be difficult for WE to make their way in. The box just to buy space here. 3,000 on the Baron. It's going to be a smite fight, and it is going to be taken out by Yagao in the end. Now the skirmish in the middle of the pit, but Yagao is taking over. Mole can't do anything. They can't get in here. Breathe finally engaging, but the health bars are too low, and the AoE damage is too great. Loken on the Aphelios just firing away as Missing falls. The ace for JDG, and the Demon Dogs come out on top. JDG in prime position to finish the first game in this series, to look for a good start here. Both teams managing to make their most recent series happen, and now the engage comes out from Mole once more. They're onto Loken, but the Lantern keeps him safe. And now WE, once again, they've used everything, and it's all into Zhonya's, it's all into Lantern, it's all into defensive abilities. And now Yagao, the better Diana in the game, manages to get a GA out, manages to get a kill onto the support, manages to find a pick off a Lumao's hook. It's just too good to be seen from JDG. 3 easy kills. They make the fights look just too good.
And I think that this ends up just being the ending for JDG here. It looks like they're going to be able to end right here, but they didn't get the Baron. So some teams would argue that this was actually a win for WE. I know TSM does that trade frequently, the Baron for Nexus, and in this situation, I would say it's not that bad.
That's one thing I will say. The macro here at the end of the game, not going to do so hot for scaling into the series here from JDG. But hey, in terms of the game, they've scaled beautifully. They managed to win it out, and honestly, that last fight did feel like a bit of a comp difference, right? Mole flying in, once again, just denied, can't find the picks. And as you said earlier, Nocturne, the longer the game goes on, the harder it is to have a significant impact. We got a Zoe But this time it's coming out from Yagao. We get Yagao's old Zoe. We even saw a ban on the Shaco after game number 1. More Trundle coming through as well. This is another exciting draft here from JDG.
Yeah, and we were talking about the Graves in game 1 being one of the favorites of both of these junglers, and Beishang picking it up for game 2. We're gonna get to see how that functions. Also, a really great pick into Trundle overall if it does end up being Trundle jungle. Gwen and Trundle both flexible, so not sure on that one yet. But either one should be vulnerable to this Graves in terms of pure jungle matchup.
Dive at the bottom side here though, Dom. We've got a Kalista and we've got a Gwen coming in as well. TP being channeled here. Both mid laners coming in, missing the target, but with Aftershock still goes down to the Ren. Lumao barely survives, but survive he does. And now playing the top side as well. Beishang trying to close the gap onto Zoom. He doesn't even have to flash.
Definitely think that JDG could have pushed this advantage more than they did. Looks like they're going to get mid-tier 1 here, though. Not able to be defended by Shanks.
Oh, it's a bubble onto Shanks, though. Maybe an opportunity. Half of his health gone. He has to flash. Shockwave, though, comes out to Lumao. And a return kill. In fact, not even a return kill, just a singular kill in favor of WE. Trading for the tower, though. Now an opportunity for WE to get some control of this map. They can start to look in the mid lane. Nice little bubble from Yagao.
Oh,
he goes golden and it's Logan that gets caught instead to play on both. But now the answer, they went too deep. But guess what? There's a Gwen in the game. Beishang's in trouble as he gets chased down, snipped through in the needles. Finish him off. It's 2 for 1, 2 for 2. I'm not even sure. I've lost track of everything at this point. But JDG went out the fight. Straight going to be started off. It is warded though. WE have vision here. Beishang can look for a steal, but Loken stacking these Rens up will make the steal very difficult for the side of WE. Here we go. Fight kicking off as well. Beishang just annihilated. And now Lumao, he's happy to tank up the damage, even if he sacrificed himself. Oh, the great kick though. Loken caught into the shockwave as well. The combo is beautiful from WE. And now they can look to follow up as well. Zoom at a 1v1 with Breathe, but the rest of WE on their way, and Zoom dips on out of there. A great fight for WE. And Loken is making his way over the rest of the team. Got a TP from Zoom. Here we go. JDG decide it's now or never. They've got to start to win this game. Getting the Baron down to low HP. Beishang going to be hooked up CC. There's the Baron taken. Now the fight missing. Misses everything. Full yellow star in the fight as Breathe gets a kick across the team, but nobody can follow up. There's a good shockwave, but it's 2 for 1 in favor of JDG. Beishang chased out, takedown. Elk trying to finish these members off. He has his guns, he has damage, but can he finish the kill? There's a paddle start from Yagao. The Zoe to take them all down. And JDG managed to win themselves an ace. Now play towards the spot lane tier 2. For WE, this could be the last chance here as the pillar comes in, disrupting everyone, missing again, misses everything. But in they go, into the fray, missing the first one to go down. You got Breathe in the back line, but everyone just jumps on top of him. What can he do 1v4 here? Absolutely nothing is the answer as Kanavi just taking on the rest of the squad of WE. It's 4v2 now, and Aphelios is strong. The shockwave is there, but they just can't finish their health bars off. Calibrim just out of range, but a good defense from WE. They will clear the wave. They will live to tell the tale. WE are late to the plate. Sleepy Trouble Bubble goes wide. Lumao looking for the hook, flashes forward for it. Onto Beishang. Has a Zhonya's as well to keep himself safe. The bait's call to come in. Shockwave only onto 1. As Kanavi just slices them apart. They say don't run with scissors, but he's sprinting it right here. And Missing's in trouble. Jumps away, will be able to be safe here. Breathe gets 1, at least there's an answer here, but I don't think it's going to be enough with 3 going down. Loken now pushing in the mid lane. I think JDG might just close things out.
Yeah, I mean, and we have to talk about the Graves pick this game. Getting mind-gamed into thinking that he was playing against a Trundle jungle, and he hasn't really been able to affect this game at all on the Graves, which is pretty surprising for Beishang, one of the best players that we have on that champion within LPL. But yeah, this is all JDG securing the 2-0 over WE.
It certainly is. JDG take it in the end, a 2-0 in WE's home arena as well. And importantly, JDG now cementing themselves as one of the top teams in the LPL. They maintain their 6th place position. They put themselves on a 3-win streak as well. In fact, they now overtake Top Esports, who lost earlier on today. They were tied, so JDG in fact will go to 5th place now, and maybe even tie up with FPX. I'm not sure in the win-loss there. So really, really big win in terms of the standings for JDG, and an important win moving towards playoffs, because we're talking about these mid-table teams, right? The head-to-heads are going to matter. we're wrapping up the stream here. How are you feeling? Off the back of your first ever casts on a major broadcast, how are you feeling the day went?
Oh, it was fun. I don't know. I felt like it went well. It was fun watching the games. I feel like you carried me through all of the pitfalls of a first-time caster. So it's definitely something we got to do again sometime.
Nah, mate, you carried me. You carried the banter, that is for sure. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Well, that's going to round out our day. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow and every day because we're on 7 days a week. But until tomorrow, see you guys in champs.